There are concept cars, and then there's the BMW 2002 Hommage, a car that doesn't simply nod politely to its past, it grabs the original 2002 Turbo by its ears and shakes it violently, while yelling, "You started all of this, you magnificent thing." Unveiled at the 2016 Concorso di Eleganza Villa d'Este, it wasn't some half-hearted styling exercise meant to fill an exhibition slot. No, this was BMW pulling the cover off a time machine, one that distilled 5 decades of engineering swagger into a compact coupe that looked like it could both park outside a Milanese café and lap the Nürburgring before the espresso had cooled. But to understand the Hommage, one must first appreciate the monumental place the original BMW 2002 Turbo holds in the brand's history. Back in 1973, BMW took a perfectly reasonable small car, the 2002 Ti, and thought, what if we bolted a turbocharger and terrified an entire generation of drivers? The result was Europe's first turbocharged production car, a pint-sized Bavarian hooligan that could outdrag most muscle cars of the day while still offering enough refinement to drive to the opera. It was fast, twitchy, unapologetic, and a little dangerous, qualities BMW seemed to bottle up for decades before letting them loose again with the Hommage. The Hommage then is less reinvention and more reincarnation. It's what the 2002 Turbo might have become if it had been designed in an age where carbon fiber was cheap enough to make bicycle helmets out of, and where aerodynamics were honed in computers rather than guessed at by men with moustaches. Visually, the 2002 Hommage looks like it's been carved by a laser-guided axe. Every surface is taut, every crease deliberate, and every detail just a bit aggressive. It sits low, squat, and purposeful, the kind of stance that suggests it could bite you if you walk too close. BMW designers gave it the brand's signature shark nose, an elongated front end that looks perpetually ready to inhale tarmac. It's compact with a long wheelbase and short overhangs, which means the proportions scream agility and balance rather than brute force. The most striking feature is the split personality paint scheme, inspired by the chrome beltline of the original 2002. The Hommage features a horizontal carbon fiber band that wraps around the car, slicing the body visually in two. The upper section, the roof, bonnet and boot lid, is finished in matte paint to eliminate glare, much like race cars of old. The lower section gleams with a high gloss metallic blue finish. BMW calls Space Race Metal, a color that shifts from fluorescent blue to steely grey, depending on how the light hits it. The result is mesmerizing, a car that appears to change its mood as it moves, much like the original 2002 Turbo did when the boost kicked in and all hell broke loose. Then there are the wheel arches, massive, sculpted bulges that look ready to burst with restrained energy. They recall the bolt-on flares of the original homologated 2002 Turbo, but in the Hommage, they're seemingly integrated, creating a visual link between heritage and modern aerodynamics. Beneath them sit 20-inch bi-color alloys with gold M-branded brake calipers peeking through, like a subtle nod to the motorsport division that the original 2002 helped inspire. From the front, the Hommage is unmistakably BMW, but not the polished corporate face we know today. This is BMW in its rebellious youth. The nose carries a modern reinterpretation of the iconic kidney grille, stretched wider and set lower, flanked by twin circular headlights housed in golden reflectors. That gold hue isn't just decorative, it's a cheeky tribute to the golden anniversary of the 2002's debut, as well as a callback to the yellow-tinted headlights of classic racing BMWs. Above the lights, a black carbon strip ties the design together, creating a visual echo of the original 2002's front fascia. And because BMW's designers have a wicked sense of humor. They even included mirror image turbo lettering across the front bumper, just like the 1973 car, where the world could read correctly in the rear view mirror seconds before the driver behind was swallowed whole by Bavarian turbo lag and fury. The rear of the Hommage is no less dramatic. Wide, muscular hinges give it a planted stance, and the tail lights, nearly rectangular, mirror those of the original 2002, but with a modern black panel finish that conceals their inner workings until illuminated. It's a subtle but clever design choice, bridging 1970s simplicity with modern minimalism. A carbon fiber diffuser wraps around the rear twin tailpipes, anchoring the design with an unmistakably performance-focused intent. And the BMW roundel sits proudly between the taillights, just as it did on the 2002 Turbo, completing the symmetry of nostalgia and innovation. The rear spoiler lip and sharp creases inject modern aero efficiency without betraying the retro proportions. It's the kind of balance that makes the Hommage look fast even when it's parked, which, if we're honest, is the entire point of a concept car. And though BMW was tight-lipped about the drivetrain, it is safe to assume the Hommage drew from the then current M2 or the M235i architecture. A turbocharged inline-6 rear-wheel drive had enough torque to remind you why turbochargers are both brilliant and slightly terrifying. And today, it is tempting to see the 2002 Hommage as a missed opportunity, the kind of concept that could have easily gone into production as a spiritual successor to the 2002 Turbo. But BMW never intended it to be a revival. It was a celebration, a statement piece to mark 50 years of pure driving pleasure. The Hommage was less about selling cars and more about reminding the world what BMW used to stand for: light, agile, turbocharged joy that could make any driver grin like an idiot. And yet, it is impossible to ignore the influence the Hommage had. Its design language foreshadowed elements that would later appear on the M2 and other compact BMW coupes: the muscular proportions, the squat stance, and the minimalist aggression. The Hommage didn't just look back, it looked forward, establishing a visual bridge between BMW's golden era and its modern ambitions. But to end it off, the BMW 2002 Hommage might never have roared down a public road, but it didn't need to. It existed to remind everyone, from the boardroom to the pit lane, that BMW's heart still beats to the rhythm of turbocharged rear-wheel drive chaos. And for that alone, it stands as one of the greatest concept cars of the modern era. Not a rebirth, but a reaffirmation that when it comes to driving pleasure, the Bavarians still know how to throw one hell of a party. But yeah, at the end of this video, please let me know what you guys think of this car and the video. And if you guys did like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys did enjoy this video, you'll most probably enjoy most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's someone else to like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?